Hi, my name is Lisa Doby, and you're watching lxjovem.
I let you go on stormy day, and as you walk away, I want you to disobey.
We're here with Lisa Doby. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent.
What's it like for you to be in Lisbon?
I really like Lisbon. This is my second time coming, and I'm hoping to be able to discover a lot of things this week. The last time I went to the zoo. Yes, I want to tour the city and learn as much about the story of the city and the culture as possible. Walking around the city at night was awesome. I remember the wonderful architecture. And I visited Sintra last time. I've heard that this is quite touristic, but I thought it was a quite magical place.
To France quite early. You're originally from South Carolina. What moved you there? Music?
I think somewhere in the back of my mind I knew that I wanted to try out the music thing. I think I had some sort of romantic idea of a Josephine Baker or Quincy Jones, you know, all of these African American artists that have come to Europe and sort of done their thing and shined with it. But no, I actually came to study the language and ended up falling in love with the country. Yeah.
Where did you go to in France? To Paris directly?
No, absolutely not, because I don't come from a big city. I come from Columbia, South Carolina, which is fairly small. And so at that point in time, I was a bit intimidated by the big city of Paris, which, you know, relatively speaking, is quite small when you compare it to London or to New York. But I decided to go to Strasbourg because it was centrally located, because it is the center of Europe. And actually, when Paris is on strike, I'm still going to work in Germany, in Switzerland, in Holland, everywhere else, and I really like where I am. Yeah.
Not to be, you know, against France at all, but you know, but usually people tend to, you know, there's Paris, there's the countryside, and where the wine and cheeses are, and there's Monaco, you know.
Well, I think that this sort of image that's painted is probably the same that people have of the States, you know. They think New York, they think LA, and then they just think that there's some stuff in between. Yeah. I personally like being in the countryside once I'm off the road, once I've been to all the big cities and that kind of thing, in order to resource myself and to begin writing songs, looking for ideas. Then the countryside is a great place to be. I love to ski. I like being out in nature. So I need them all, not just the countryside, also the city, but yeah, I really need them all.
Do you go back to South Carolina often? Pretty often? Do you stay in touch and stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going next week. Free to Be is a collection of songs that represent where I am right now. Free to Be says that you're happy to be who you are, and it sounds so simple, but how many of us can really say that we are not trying to be something that we're not? And that's what Free to Be is about.
You took part in our 1 Minute for Peace video for lxjovem. Do you usually take part in these causes or activities or something related to, you know, bigger causes?
I think it's important that we as artists engage ourselves through our songs, through our messages and our music. You know, we're already lucky enough to be able to share our music with larger audiences. But while we share a nice moment, nice music, we also have to share the bigger messages. And the message is that we do need peace, and we need to stop war and stop hate among ourselves.
Even if we know some people are really unbearable. I don't know, I'm just kidding.
That's a way to bring it back on the light side. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, I was reading a book lately by the Dalai Lama who said something to the effect of you should turn around the fact that people are unbearable into a positive way of bringing out the best in yourself. So, you know, yeah.
That's very true.
Absolutely. So you don't need to kill to do that.
It's true. Unless it's a mosquito. Just kidding. Mosquitoes are really annoying.
No, it's just kidding.
Anything to make you shine.